All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. So this is our first meeting of the year, really, first meeting of the global meeting, what we're doing here. So first and foremost, I want to congratulate a couple of you for being our number 1, 2, and 3 affiliate for last month. So we have Mel K. So Mel K is an influencer. You can find her on Rumble. This woman sold 24 units. She did 2 videos with me. She has an audience, and it's been wild. So she's number 1. Then we have Betty, who came from the Kangen company, and she is a fantastic leader. She's all around the world. She's excellent. And then we have Jacob. I don't know if Jacob's on tonight, but Jacob, he quit his full-time job about 3 months ago, and he came to me saying, I'm ready. He was in the Kangen business. He never really did anything. And so I said, okay, Jacob, if you're that serious and committed, you just quit your job, then I will go ahead and commit to you and I'll help you. So now he's, last week, I think his commission was 1,800 in a week. So if we're going like from a job to I'm quitting to making 1,800 in a week is a lot. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you for sharing the products. Really appreciate that. We have the November special right now. So this is replacement filter sales. So for those of you that already have a unit, it's 30% off. So you can go on the line right now and it'll just automatically pop into the cart. You get 30% off any replacement filters. So if you have a home unit, if you have a Hydro Deluxe, whatever you have, I would stock up now because this is the first time I've ever put the filters on sale and it's a really good promo. For those of you that have sold units in the past to other people, this is your residual income aspect. This is where you're going to have a reason to call people and say, hey, I'm not sure you heard, but we have a filter sale going on right now. I know you just got your machine a month ago, but this is the best time, because it's on sale. And so you'll get commission on those too. And in the future, we do have the option to have auto ship. That means every 6 months, they can go on auto ship and it just would automatically ship to them. And that would automatically mean you have a sale, residual sale. Is there any questions about the filter replacement sale that we have going on? If you do, you can raise your hand. I'll call on you and you can ask. No? Okay, there might be 1 or 2 questions. Yes, Brittany?
So I don't have the unit obviously yet, but with this one, is this just a universal filter or because I also came from Kangen and so I know that it was like kind of region specific as far as like the one that I had to buy, is this the same?
So the different filters here, we have the white housing and the blue housing. So about a year ago, we had the white housing and there's different filters for the white housing. You won't have to worry about that. Most people have this one here. And
The blue,
these
okay.
have these here. So there's 4 different unique filters for them. So let's imagine that you did a Google search because you can easily, check this out. You can easily go to ewg.org. I would highly recommend this for your clients. This is how you get new leads. Say, hey, I'll be happy to do a water quality check for you or a water analysis.
Right.
So ewg.org. I'm just going to go ahead and there's always so many pop-ups with this site. Let's just type in the Tri-City water. 99, you need the zip code 99352 or 99336. Okay, so here we are in my local area. All right, so this is going to be telling you what kind of contamination that we have here. So look at this. This is arsenic. So arsenic is considered a carcinogen. It's a class A. Cigarettes are class A. That means without a shadow of a doubt, if you're drinking arsenic water, it will cause cancer if you have a high enough amount in your body. And this here in our area is 415 times over the legal considered healthy limit from the EWG website. That's scary. That's coming from fertilizers. It's coming from the ground because it's natural too. So arsenic is found naturally in the Earth's crust. With that, then all these here, these are all chlorine disinfecting byproducts. So there's a whole bunch of different classes for them. So somebody pop out and tell me what chlorine disinfecting byproducts are. How do they form? Somebody that knows.
Chlorine touches organic material and splits off into different forms.
Yes. Yep. So chlorine or ammonia, depending on where it's at, they have to be in our city water. It's mandated. No matter what, you have to put chlorine because there's bacteria. And that's okay. We got to kill that bacteria. But what happens is the chlorine finds a leaf, a stick, fecal matter, doesn't matter what it is, and it bonds to it and creates trimallohethanes. That is chlorine disinfectant byproducts. And there's several different classifications for them. So wrap it all in one, it's trimallohethanes. And so these here are just basically trimallohethanes, but they're all in different categories. So even if you go here, you can see details. So if you were to print this out for your clients or share them with a Zoom like we're doing right here, and you're like, hey, by the way, this is formed when chlorine or other disinfectant byproducts are used to treat the drinking water. And they might cause cancer and maybe even pregnancy problems. Then you click here and you can go learn even more about it. So that's, enough to say, hey, I didn't know that. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So that is not good. Oops, I lost it. So that is in our local area. So 15 contaminants. So I want to explain to you the difference here. You have the water quality in your local area. So if you got on your area, it's like Richland water quality. If I did that in my local area, you would get your city's water quality. That's a government-owned site. They don't want to tell you that there's 60,000 chemicals and they're only going to check for 91 of them, because that's what the Water Quality Act put in place in like 1998, I believe it was. So they're going to say there's 91 contaminants we're looking for. We're not going to even worry about the other 60,000 or how they even interact with each other. And so they're going to give you a list, and it's not that scary. It looks okay. And their set of standards obviously were way back in the 1900s, in the late 1900s. So let me ask you all a question. Is our water contamination worse now or back then?
Now.
Yeah, but they still have the same standards 25 years ago that they're living with now, which is 91 contaminants. So this site here is not affiliated with the government. It's a third-party site, and they have a different set of standards that they consider to be healthy. And so they're going to go down here and tell you what they are. And then you can also come right up here, other detected, and it'll give you a list of others that were found here. So this is where the fluoride comes in. So fluoride, the legal limit, they say, is 10 parts per million. But I believe like you shouldn't have any in there. But, there's usually a little bit. This here is 4 parts per million. So there's definitely some in there. The hardest part about fluoride is so small. So if someone's really particular about fluoride, they have to get a reverse osmosis. And we provide that too. So we have all types of different filters, but we don't want to put everything on there. So if someone does have something like that and they're really concerned about fluoride, just connect with me, either through our groups or, if you have my number, and we'll get them a quote on an RO system put underneath the countertop. Or we can even do whole house water systems that are RO too. So fluoride is a tricky little one that you can kind of see. But I mean, check out your own water, get really familiar with what's in your water so you can speak to people in your local area. All right.
And then so the filters that you have, what you're saying is that no matter what, like the blue one is pretty much the one that, I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
so-
keep going and check, but that's typically the one that everyone would need. Oh, and then also, I'm sorry, just one more question. What is the November special?
Yep, so it's 30% off all
30%.
filters.
Okay.
Yep, 30% off. So for our filters to choose from, they get to choose what they want, but if they don't choose, we will choose for them. So we'll actually go to the EWG website, we'll see what's in their water, and we'll pick the best filters for them.
Oh, so you do that. Okay, that's what I was asking. Okay, perfect. Thank
Yep,
you.
they can choose, or if they don't choose, we'll choose for them.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so now the next thing I want to do is I want to locate the training and the setup. So you all understand, how you get in here, where the links are at, where your W-9 form's found, so that you can get paid. So to do that, I'm gonna have to take us incognito because it remembers all these passwords I have. Okay, so to get yourself affiliated, you want to go here. Has everyone done this already? I hope so. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have got the email. But you're gonna go here to affiliate. So with your new clients starting out, you're gonna send them a link, but as long as they're on that link and they come here, they're gonna sign up under you. So affiliate, you're gonna watch this video with them because you want them to know. And actually we can watch it right now. It's only 2 minutes.
Get ready to change your life with healthy hydration. My name is Amanda Bobbitt, and I am the CEO of the company, and I'm inspired by your success. So I want to take just a second here and kind of tell you what is involved in our affiliate program. So first, when you come in, you'll be asked to join our Slack group. And we have several different lines of communication through Slack. So you always have somebody available at your fingertips to help answer any questions, or perhaps through a call or Zoom calls with your potential clients. That's step number one. Step number two, you're going to have the Molecular Hydrogen Institute as well available for you. Now, what this is that Dr. Tyler Barron, who's a PhD, who founded the Molecular Hydrogen Institute, which is a nonprofit organization developed for education. You get his entire training program for free. Normally, it's around $150, and that same course is taught to doctors when they're going through school to be certified on molecular hydrogen. So you get that. So now you're confident in what we have here. The next thing is you've got Taiwan Hubbard, which you've probably seen him on H2 Minutes or H2 Hub. He is a big part of our training program. He overcomes all the myths out there in the marketplace with alkaline water, alkaline ionized water, electrolyte reduced water, and the difference between hydrogen and water and what it can do to benefit. So you have all that. You also have my mindset course. As you know, I believe in you more than you believe in you. At first, we're doing this, and you can have anything that you want, anything. And I will show you how to get it. You have all that program. You're looking at a laptop lifestyle in there, which has been featured on the major news channels. It's going to teach you organically how to go online and promote your product. You get a website as well that looks just like our website, except for it has your unique links. So all you have to do is just share that, and voila, your customer is purchasing directly from you. There's also cookies and tags in there as well. We have a robust CRM system for email marketing, text messages, voice calls, voice drops, and it is very powerful in Facebook marketing. For those of you that don't want to do anything, you just want hands-off experience, we have an ads team that will come in, get you ads that convert sales, and all you have to do is sponsor those ads and enjoy the day. We have two different levels here, if you want to call them that. We have a front line, which you get direct compensation, with an indirect line compensation. When you get to the program, we will explain the different in your commission level. You'll pay it digitally instead of with a paper check. So there's no mailman getting those lost for you. So you're gonna love it. Can't wait to go see you be successful in your life with our amazing product. Thanks again, and welcome to our affiliate program.
All right, so there's the welcome email basically. Now, affiliate agreement, that you want to go through and read it just so you're familiar with, you know, how we pay, when we pay, all the details in between. So you're basically going to come here, checkbox, and then yes, you want to be an affiliate. So once that happens, now there's another video. We're not going to watch all this, but it's going to take more into detail. So there's two steps. First, create your affiliate portal. Second is you're going to access the training portal. So to do this one, just click the link and fill her out. I already have done this already, so I'm going to go ahead and just log in. And we should be here. Well, of course, I have already in there. Let's try this one. Okay. All right. So now we're in the back end office. So you should have yours that looks like this. So let me just explain here what we have going on. So this is your referral link. So we give you 20% commission right off the bat, which is most double, you know, Kangen. So you get 20%. Here is your link. So this link right here is what you're going to share with your prospects to get them to purchase from you. So all your social media, that's what they're going to put. If you don't like your name there, you can also change that. There is an area right here. You can change your coupon code, and that should change that for you. So that's the link. Now for referrals, for people that are going to join your organization, this is the sign up link for that. Okay, so there's two different ones. And we do not pay on self referrals. So if your customer is like, oh, I'm going to go in and I'm going to make myself an account and I'm going to buy it and get 20% off. That's not how it works, because you put a lot of work into it, you know, and then they would get 10%, or you would get 10% and they would get 20%. And it's really not fair, I don't feel. So we don't pay on self referrals. So there's your link to send to them. And then after they join, you're going to send them here, which looks just Well, it's a little different here, but it goes back to the home page and then you're gonna go to affiliate, just like we did when we were coming in. Okay, all right, and we also have a personal discount past $300, I think is what it's set at. You get $50 off, you can give them. So why would they want to buy from you versus going to healthyhydration.com? Because you have this personal discount you can give them. So you just copy that, tell them, hey, just go ahead and put it into the cart at the very end. There's a code, you just put that code in and they'll give them that $50 off. The shop, we really don't do too much with the shop at this time. You can play around with it. So you have all these little tools over here on the left-hand side. There's also an app you can download and it's going to be in here as well. You can see your network, who's signed up with you, your different levels here. And obviously I'm not signing people up here, but here's the shop. You can put things in there, transactions. It's going to tell you who you have bought from you, when we're going to be paying it out. We pay out every 14 days on Fridays. You got leads. You can actually keep your leads in here, so you can keep, you know, somewhat organized. And then the settings, this is the most important part, because we have people right now that we owe money to, but they've never filled out the form. Legally, I can't give them money. I've emailed them, we've called them. It's like they don't want it, which is fine, but don't let that be you. So you're just going to come down here and fill this W-9 form out. And then also you're going to pay, you're going to choose how you want to be paid. So there's PayPal. PayPal is really the easiest way right now for us, but if you prefer something else, if you want a direct deposit, we can do that, but there's a fee typically, and we'll have to pass it on to you. So you can do that. We can write a paper check if you would love to have a paper check. It's more work for us, but we can do that for you. So PayPal is the most simple way for us. And I do see a chat here. All right. Awesome. Great. All right. So that's mandatory. Make sure you go here and at least do these steps, right? Payment settings, put the email address associated with your PayPal account, and make sure you have your W-9. Okay. Any questions on that? If you're from a different country, it'll ask if you're a US citizen or if you're not. And if you're not, it'll have a different form for you to fill. Okay, so that is there. So you'll play around with that a little bit. So the next thing we'll do is we'll go to healthy hydration again. And this gets a little bit tricky because there's this little person up at the top. And if you've already purchased from us in the past, you're already going to have an account. And now that you've signed up to be an affiliate, everything will be on one. But if you've never bought from us and you're just an affiliate, then you have to create an account. So you'd have to create an account and it'll tag you and you'll have the training too. So if you don't, if it's like nothing happens after the screen, you're like, what happened? It's because you don't have an account. Just create yourself an account and it will log it as long as it's the same email address that you used to sign up into your portal that I just put in. So we'll see here. And it's going to text me a code, get in, and there it is. And 9. All right, so now it's sending me that. Okay, so now you should be into this, and your order history is here too. So you'll be able to see all your orders. So if your customer's like, I ordered something and I don't know when I ordered it, can you look it up? You can just go online, go to the little person at the top, and you can put in your email or their email and their password, and boom, now everything's right there for them. Okay, so here we go. So you can actually, you can get the GoPro affiliate link or affiliate back end office right from here too. So everything's in one. And then you have your sales training right here. So we're going to go ahead and click this. And then of course, there's another video from me kind of explaining the course. Now we have been using Slack. We've found that it's not the best line of communication because there's a lot of different ways to message people and people tend to get lost a little bit. So we're actually in the process of changing that. We're still using it, but we're going to be using a new Facebook group that we just created. So I'll get you that here in a minute. The Zoom meetings tells you when we do them. We do them every, I'm going to change that. It's a good thing I'm in here. We do Zoom meetings Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard. And so unless you hear from us, we will have them every Monday and Thursday. If for some reason I'm traveling, I'm like, I can't jump on there right now, guys. I'm so sorry the plane got held up or something. Then I will let you know either in the Facebook group or in the Slack that we're not going to be having a meeting. So to download the Zoom, obviously you're all on the Zoom, so you know that already. All right, and then we have the training videos. This is the affiliate app that we were talking about earlier. So you can have your links on an app and you can just copy and paste to your clients right on your phone instead of getting the website. Social media, obviously. And then this is really special here. This is the Molecular Hydrogen Institute certification. So Dr. Tyler and I, we work together a lot. I talk to him almost every day. And Tracy's on the call here. She was actually able to meet with him yesterday, which is great, in Florida. So you're going to click on here and you have access to his course. It's $153. After you go through the course and get your certification, then we give you the money back. You have to send us an email, and it says that in there, that has a certificate, so we know. Otherwise, I did it before and people were not going through the course and I was paying for it. And I was like, this is not fair. So you got to buy it first and then it comes back to you once you go through the course. Now we have been talking about doing a January starting for 2 months. We're going to work with people that want to go through the course together. So it's not like you feel like you're lost all by yourself, because it is intense. Yeah, it's chemistry, you know, and if you're not good, you don't have to do the course, but it will add more credibility to you. You feel more confident and you'll be more connected. Okay, so that's for you. Now, these are all the training video series. So the first one is just Hydrogen 101. You know, so here's your training from Taiwan Hubbard. I'll tell you a little bit more about him here in a minute, but he's got all this information. So instead of you reaching out to me or someone else says, hey, can you please tell me, you know, what is hydrogen? And I'm not going to say over and over and over again what hydrogen is. You're just going to come here and be like, oh, what's hydrogen? Your client asks you what's hydrogen, you could share the video to them. So what's hydrogen? Oh, I don't know. Let me just see. Click a link and then you can watch it. Okay, so all those are organized for you in here. All about hydrogen. Hydrogen 101. Your immune system. I mean, you can read. Your mind works on. Your memory works on ridiculous association, and over and over and over again. So if you want to retain this information, you gotta watch it. You gotta learn it. Learning is doing. So if you were able to watch it 5 times and then talk to somebody about what you just learned, now you're going to retain it. Or ridiculous association. So make it funny. Okay, so that's Taiwan. And then we've got the difference between ionized alkaline water and hydrogen water. Because there's so many misconceptions out there. I really want you guys to understand the difference. Because a lot of the people that we're going to be talking to have come from Kangen. And they want to know, like, hey, I don't understand. So it's going to talk to you exactly here. Here's a really good one. This one's really good. Yeah, so ORP too. You know, a lot of people don't realize that ORP really isn't giving you an indication if there's hydrogen in the water. But all these things will be expressed in these videos. Okay, then this is a signature training program that I put together when I was in the Kangen, but it's basically going to teach you all the steps, the skills. Just like when you're going to college, you're learning skills that you're going to use. That's what you're doing right here. You're going to college. So I'm going to teach you. I did taxes for 2 years. I actually dated a gentleman that had 3 tax offices. So because of that, I learned how to do taxes. So it's really important you understand it, because now you have a business, which means you have tax deductions, which is so smart. Employees are being taxed the highest tax bracket that there is. And most of them are living paycheck to paycheck because they have no business that's generating income and they have no write-offs. So going through this video is going to teach you what deductions are, what write-offs are, and how you can save money by owning a business. And you can sell the business just on that aspect without even talking about water. Then we talk about getting started, you know, your title. Who are you? So when you're out there in public and someone says, oh, what do you do for a living? You're like, oh, I'm a hydration specialist, of course. Oh, really? What's that? I've never heard about that. And now they're going to start asking you, the authority, what they should be drinking. It's easy. But if you say, hey, I'm a janitor or I'm a babysitter, whatever, it's not going to lead them to the water conversation. Okay, so you want to watch it and you want to figure out, you know, how you can nail down your title that gets someone excited, the curiosity. And the next thing is your story. Your story is what sells. The facts tell. You know, there's a reason why scientists aren't out there selling, you know, product after product after product. I mean, me and Tracy were just talking about yesterday because she was with Dr. Tyler LeBaron, And it's like, you ask a simple question and there's all this information that overwhelms people. And they don't even comprehend the science behind it. So you don't have to know the science. I'm actually saying don't talk about the science. Because it's gonna open up questions, and pretty soon they're like, well, I don't know yet. So if you keep it simple, don't talk about the science, but you know the science, that's good. So your story, where you were at before the water, then you got the water, and oh my gosh, and then your life started changing, and then where are you going in the future? So beginning, middle, and end. So you watch this one, it's gonna give you a lot of insights. The schedule, again, most people that you're gonna be finding come from a job. They're used to showing up and they have a list of things they need to get done. Now they come in here and all of a sudden they're a business owner and they get scared because they don't have someone telling them what to do. They're like, I don't know what to do. So that's where we have to figure out, are you going to be full-time, part-time? What's your schedule look like? You know, what are you doing all day? If you're not making sales, because you're not out prospecting. That's the number one thing you got to learn, is the skill of how to go out there and find people for your product. Okay. And then the fear you're going to find through going through this process, and you're going to find a lot of people you're attached to that they say they're going to do something, and then there's nothing. And you're like, what's going on? Well, one, they don't know what they want. They're not emotionally involved in their future, and they don't think that they could have it. And then two, they do commit, and now they got fear and doubt. Oh, I don't think I could do it. I don't see the money. I don't see the resources. So how am I going to do it? So I'm just going to stop now. And that's not their fault. Once you understand where the fear and doubt comes from, it's uncertainty, and you know how to move past it, you don't let it control you anymore. You know that whatever you see in your mind, if you can keep it focused in your mind, you can do it. You would never see something in your mind you couldn't do. But you do have to take action. That's where a lot of people don't take the action because they think they have to be perfect. They're, procrastinating because that's their being when they were raised, their set of patterns, habits, and beliefs from their family members. So we'll talk about that in the mindset. Prospecting, you got to learn how to do it. That's the number one skill right here, how to prospect.
Very thin.
So this is when I was in Kangen water, by the way. People are like, oh, you're so thin now. I was like, yeah, I think it's the water. I actually did lose a lot of weight though too here, because I used to be clinically obese before Kangen. But
weight loss.
so it's going to teach you how to go out there and talk to anybody. And you also want to be confident. What can someone come out and tell me what creates confidence?
Repetition, keep doing what you're doing.
That's one, but the main thing
Action.
behind confidence, yes, action, is taking a risk. You take a risk, you're going to get confident. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So if you're nervous about something, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous about being on a Facebook Live. Whatever you're fearful of is also holding you back. So you just got to go out there and you got to take the action so you can get the result, which is confidence for taking the risk that you were afraid of. And then if you can do it, you can teach other people how to do it too. Inviting. Now that you've found the prospect and they're interested, how are you going to get them, inviting them to either watch a video, to try the water, or just to go on the website and buy? So Noe, I'm going to share the story with you real quick because it's so awesome. So I happened to be at the Home Depot getting some supplies, and he's right next to me in his truck. And he's got a business already that operates, and he's, hey, that's a nice car. I was driving my Lamborghini. And I was like, oh yeah, and I recognized him from the past because he came into Beaver Park, my parents own this garden center, and I felt confident and I felt like, he's not going to do anything crazy. And he was commenting on the car and I said, yeah, just go for a ride. I'll drive around the parking lot. So long before you know, he's in the car seat and he's like, wow, this is really nice. And so then he asked me what I did. And I told him not a lot. I told him very limited information to where he was curious. Like, okay, this gal's driving a Lambo. I don't understand what she does really, but I'm into my health and I got some issues that maybe I should talk to her. So him and I exchanged phone numbers, and then the next day he was over here and he bought everything in the store. Like he's like, yeah, I want this, I want that, I want that. And he even bought the plumbing truck. So like, that's just, and now look, he's in the business and he's a business owner. So he's going to be going out there talking to people all the time. So it happens organically. But if you don't learn how to invite people to see the opportunity or to try the water, you're as far as you're going to go. You have to get people in front of the product.
I think you should buy us all a Lambo so we can attract people the way you did.
Well, I will. You guys got to sell on the product and I'll buy you a Lambo. Absolutely. I'm gonna make that a bonus. Actually, it's the colonin is what I'm gonna get you. It's a, you know, a colonin is like, ooh, yeah, they're pretty cool. There's another one too that I've been looking at. It's like 3.5 million, but it's like, wow, I don't even know why I'd want it, but it'd just be fun to have. Anyways, follow up. Next, you got to follow up. Okay, you're invited them, they've seen the information, they tried the water, but now what? You're just gonna be like, bye, see you later. How many people do you think buy on the first time that you show them information? Hardly any, 2%. Most people buy on the 5th to 8th exposure. So that means it takes 5 to 8 times of talking to them, to sending them information, to keep following up with them, to get on a 3-way call, to see someone else's testimony for them to purchase, to find the financing, to know that we do offer financing. Okay, then we have duplication. So now that you've done it, now you have a new person and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do with them? And that caused me in Kangen to not even try. Like I was so like, I don't know what to do with this new person. I know what I'm doing. So I just basically became the #1 direct sales queen for several years in Kangen because I didn't understand how to duplicate. But once you understand it, okay, now I got a training system. We didn't have that in Kangen. You have a training system. You just got to plug them in. You got to keep them accountable to come into the meetings. And then of course, set sales goals and follow up with them. Out of sight, out of mind. If you don't see them coming anymore, chances are they've got something else in their life that popped up and it was more important to them at the time. Also finding a good why. If you're not excited about your goal here, when you get out of bed in the morning, if you're like, oh man, I got another day, you know, whatever, it's not the goal for you. You gotta be like out of bed, be like, I can't wait for my day so I can go do these things so I can get my goal. And that's the motivation, that's the energy that you need to be in every day in order to be successful in this. And your energy is, it's going to be drawing people. So if people see you excited about something in your life because you see the future and you see what hydrogen's doing and you've got these goals in place, they're going to be automatically attracted to that. And they're going to want what you have. They don't even need to know a lot of details. I just see your energy and I want it to. And then building for events. So just like we do the Monday call now, every Monday of the first Monday of the month, you would want to build for that. So your team, you're developing, your guys, you all need to get on here. All of you. You call them, text all of them, even if I'm emailing, you still have to do that. And then of course, if you're out of town, that's really when things start changing. So we have bigger events that are in Hawaii. We're just talking about one today, Florida. So that's a signature training program here. You'll definitely want to go through it and watch all those videos. Then we have the Freedom the Laptop Lifestyle. This program right here that I'm showing you, I would sell it for almost $2,000. When I was in Kangen, people would be like, how are you doing what you're doing? I was like, you know, it takes me a long time to train people on this. I'm going to make a course and I'm going to sell it. So I was selling it for $19.97 and it was really popular. It teaches you every aspect of the social media. Things have changed a little bit since then, but you're going to get the gist of it, how to get engagement, how to close over Zoom, you know, when to post, how to follow up, all these things are on there. So you'll definitely want to go through that. So these are all things you're adding value is what I'm doing right now. I'm adding value. And so when I'm like, hey, by the way, it's free, it kind of devalues things. So there is going to be a point in time. That's why get as many people possible now that we're going to say, hey, we have too many affiliates. Some of them aren't doing anything. So we're in charge. We're in charge to be an affiliate. It's $200 to come in every month, something like that. Right now, we're not there, but I'm just saying there's a lot of value here. Then we have the high level performance club. So I just got done training about a month and a half on this. We'll go back to it again. You can watch the videos and do these things. But when I was working with Bob Proctor, Dr. Joe Dispenza, I mean, I've worked with countless, a whole bunch of different mentors in my life, but I learned the most from Bob Proctor. He taught me that you can have anything you want, and here's how you do it. First, you have to know that you have these intellectual faculties, is what he calls it. So you have 6 things in your being that they don't teach you in school beyond your senses. Everybody know we have 5 senses? All of you, right? Hear, smell, taste. Okay. You have 6 other senses or intellectual faculties per se that they don't teach you how to use them, but once you know them, you can do anything. So one of them is your imagination. So what's your imagination? How do you tap into it? You have your intuition. Your intuition tells you how to get to your image in your mind. Hey, how do I do this? There's always an answer to every question. That's your intuition. Your intuition is never wrong. Then how do you keep the image focused in your mind so you see it all the time? That's your will. That's your willpower. That's your focus. If you lose the image in your mind, you're done. Your goal's gone. So how do you do that? It's a mental muscle. You have to develop it. There's exercises I give you in there. Your memory, how does it work? Ridiculous association over and over and over again. Your reasoning factor. We have the ability to think. Little animals, little flies, little dogs and cats. You know, I watched little dog Lola today. She literally is like a little bulldog and she's chasing herself on the floor because there's like shadows. You know, she's like freaking out, like literally, oh my gosh, there's this shadow following me because she can't think. Like she doesn't know how to think. There's the fly that hits the wall, the window, and dies. Doesn't realize, oh, open over here. There's a get right outside. I don't die. It just doesn't think. We have that ability to think. And then your perception. Your perception is everything. How you view your life, how you view the world. Is it negative? Is it positive? For everything has ups and downs. Just how are you looking at it? So, and then of course, taking action, leadership skills, being persistent. That's a big one. If you're like, oh, they're not going to buy, I'm going to just stop right now. Okay, that's not being persistent. They either buy or they die. One of my mentors says in the past, they're like, okay, we're not going to die, but be persistent. We have water that helps their health. What are they going to drink if they're not drinking this? They're going to drink bottled water and they're going to drink tap water. Do you feel good about letting your friends drink bottled water and tap water knowing what you know now? So why would we not be persistent? Why would we not be, you know, hey, calling them all the time saying, when are you going to start listening and drink better water? I mean, you have diabetes, for heaven's sake. I mean, when is now the right time for you to change? So you've got to be persistent. And then the last one here is the Masters of Sales 101. So a lot of people are like, well, how do I do a demo? How do I, talk about it? Well, here's what you're going to do. You are going to go through here and you're going to learn exactly why say what you say when you say it. And I break down the demonstration point by point by point, hitting all their pain points. Talk about bottled water, talk about tap water. So it's all here for you. So if you're able to sit there and go through all these different trainings, go through the certification course, you implemented, you took action, there's no reason that you wouldn't be making at least $5,000 to $10,000 a month starting out. I mean, if you really decided, you committed it and you said, this I will do, and you had a schedule that was 20 to 40 hours a week, and that's what you did, you would be successful. And I pretty much guarantee it. All right, so that is that. Does anyone have questions about the training program? No? Okay. Cool. So then we'll go back. So I'm going to walk you through that. All right. So here's our schedule for this month. We have the Monday mandatory. It's not really mandatory, but I wanted to put that word there. So it's like, hey, I got to come to this. It's very important. Taiwan Hubbard. So we're going to have him coming up this Thursday, and we're going to ask you all to bring questions. Actually, if you can, Noemi, can you put in the chat, please, my email address to support@healthyhydration.com. So those of you that have questions, you're getting questions from others, you're just not sure how to answer it, you're going to have Taiwan answer it on our Thursday call. But he wants all the questions up front. He doesn't want you to do Q&A on the spot. He wants all the questions up front. So please, if you do have questions, send it over to an email, and then I'll send that email to him. It has to be to us by Wednesday evening. Okay, then we have Bob Citronelli, who's an author. We'll talk about him in a minute, on the 16th. And then we have Thanksgiving. We're not going to be doing it then. And then on the 30th, we're going to have Dr. Tyler Barron. He's going to be talking about sports and athletes and how hydrogen is great. Okay, so here is a little bit about Taiwan. So he's going to be the one that's coming to you this week. So he is the CEO of H2 Hub. And actually, I have a video. I'm just going to have him do the video here. Let's see where I can find it. Yeah, okay, so this is him. So this is this Thursday.
If you're new to this channel or hydrogen, allow me to show you around. We have numerous videos about the health benefits of hydrogen gas and how it works, but you may not know where to begin. Well, let me help you. Molecular hydrogen is two hydrogen atoms covalently bonded together. It exists in the form of a gas and is the smallest molecule in the universe. It's been shown through numerous scientific studies to have amazing health potential for the human body. Molecular hydrogen, also known as hydrogen gas, can be dissolved into water and can be consumed by drinking water. Or you can breathe the gas with a hydrogen inhalation system. There are other ways to receive the benefits of hydrogen, but these are the most popular right now. These videos are key to knowing the basics of molecular hydrogen for health. Start here with 3 simple reasons why you should try hydrogen gas. 1 is good, 2 is easy, 3 is safe. We unpack each of these reasons, and I guarantee you'll finish that video wanting more information. You may have questions about how this all works. Well, we have you covered. These videos will explain and probably answer most, if not all, of your questions. What is hydrogen and what is molecular hydrogen? Get to the very basics of this topic. Then there's understanding hydrogen water misconceptions, and understanding hydrogen inhalation. These will answer many questions about the methods of ingesting or receiving hydrogen gas, as well as hydrogen water versus hydrogen inhalation, which will answer the popular question of which one is better. You might want to know some key characteristics or properties of hydrogen and what makes it so special and unique for our bodies. And for that, you should for sure watch Is Hydrogen Gas Safe? And How Small is Molecular Hydrogen? Additional videos to watch for hydrogen's characteristics are: Is hydrogen the best antioxidant? Hydrogen and gene expression, gut health and hydrogen, and we have an extensive catalog of videos about the benefits of hydrogen gas. If you're new here and want a robust overview of hydrogen's benefits, I would start with this video. This is a crash course on the benefits of hydrogen. And I guarantee you won't make it through the video without knowing how hydrogen can potentially help you, your friends, or your family. We review many of our videos and
I'm just gonna tell you right here, those of you that are doing social media, 60 health benefits. Oh, how easy would it be to just go on that video and do, just make a little reel. Hey, this is how hydrogen's gonna benefit you. And you have 60 videos right there in that one alone. And just taking information and repurposing the information in a different, realm.
cover over 60 health benefits of hydrogen. Some other key benefit videos are hydrogen for inflammation, allergies, anti-aging, immune system, pregnancy, athletes, and more. We've done a 4-part series for hydrogen's benefits on the brain and a 10-part series for hydrogen's health benefits for the top 10 causes of death in the US. All that plus many Q&A videos answering popular questions, misconception videos, and a series about many of the alkaline ionized water myths that are out there. If you take a look around our channel, you'll see we have many categorized playlists. They are there to help you find what you're looking for. You can also take a look at our website here, and it'll be linked in the description for a complete index of all of our videos. And if you can't find what you're looking for or have more questions, don't hesitate to email me at taiwan@issuehub.com with your question. Enjoy your dose of H2 within a whole lot of minutes.
All right, so he came from Kangen in the past. He was a football star. He has a ring and everything. And then he realized it wasn't the alkalinity. So he started digging into the hydrogen and he's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And so he basically started his channel and just started 15 years now, I think is how long he's been doing it. So he's great. All right, then we have Bob Citronelli and he's awesome. This is Bob.
The question of the day is, have you heard about hydrogen? I'm joined today with the author of the book, Live Healthier, Live Better, and Longer with Hydrogen Gas, Bob Citronelli, who's an MS, and we're excited. We're going to do a podcast with him. So make sure to stay tuned for that podcast here coming up. Bob, is there anything you want to share about hydrogen? Maybe the takeaway that a viewer can get from the knowledge of this book?
Sure. Let's think of hydrogen as the absolute smallest molecule in the entire universe. And it's actually the most abundant. But that tiny molecule can do so much to improve health and all different kinds of health. And to me, what's really spectacular, there are over 2,000 clinical studies published in peer-reviewed, reputable journals that talk about 170 different disease or different conditions of the body. How great is that? Antioxidant capability, cell signaling, anti-aging, glucose monitoring or balance, and many, many more, to name a few. So it is really the wave of the future. And I believe within several years, you will see doctors from all over the world recommending to their patients, and there'll be clinics coming up with treatments of natural hydrogen inhalation and water.
It's the single most powerful thing that you can do for your health, and it's in water. I mean, everybody drinks it, so it's super easy. So guys, I want you to go to the website, order this book, and if you haven't already had your hydrogen shot today, make sure you drink your hydrogen shot every day and go to the website and check out all the amazing products we have. Thanks again, Bob. We'll see you soon.
So he's exceptional. He's fun. He's really fun. He was at our event. We did this first ever Hydrogen University in Vegas. And so I bring these speakers there. So we've got to be really good friends. Here's Tyler LeBaron. And so he's now a PhD.
And currently teach physiology at the university. I have been researching the therapeutic effects of hydrogen gas since early 2009, and even spent time doing research on hydrogen in Japan at Nagoya University. Why am I so passionate about hydrogen gas? If you are interested in health, wellness, longevity, natural remedies, exercise performance, then you have every reason to be as passionate about hydrogen as I am. The rates of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity, and many neurological disorders are alarmingly high. The biomedical research on hydrogen gas appears to have marked therapeutic potential. There are a number of well-controlled human studies and over 300 peer-reviewed scientific articles on the benefits of hydrogen, some being published in the most prestigious journals like Nature and Science. Now that the positive effects of hydrogen have been confirmed in about 80 different human disease models, scientists are feeling very excited about its impact on disease treatment and prevention. There are 3 simple reasons why hydrogen is helpful. Number 1, molecular hydrogen can convert toxic oxygen radicals to water. It is the smallest molecule, smaller than oxygen, and can easily and quickly enter the cells and mitochondria better than any other antioxidant. Number 2, hydrogen also triggers an increase in our body's own antioxidant system, like glutathione and various other cytoprotective enzymes. Number 3, hydrogen exerts a beneficial effect on cell signaling, cell metabolism, and gene expression, giving it anti-inflammatory, anti-allergy, and anti-obesity effects. The interest in hydrogen research and hydrogen technology for health and wellness is growing exponentially. We invite you to be part of this hydrogen movement and subscribe to and share this website, molecularhydrogeninstitute.com, with people you know. The MHI website is dedicated to facilitating the accurate dissemination of hydrogen science and hydrogen technologies to the world. It discusses many important aspects of the hydrogen molecule and cuts through an enormous amount of pseudoscience and marketing hype that all too easily misleads the masses. You will notice that all the articles are highly referenced to the primary literature and not just one man's opinion. So please, join us in this hydrogen movement by signing up for free newsletter updates about the latest scientific advances in hydrogen research and technologies.
So Dr. Tyler is considered in the US the #1 highest accreditable source. Dr. McCullough, you probably heard of him, most of you. They're good friends, and he goes on Dr. McCullough's YouTube channel and does interviews with him. And Dr. McCullough is like, Tyler's the expert, Tyler, tell him. So you have access to him. He's going to be here on our Zoom on the 30th. And Tracy just spent the last couple of days with him in Florida, so it's really cool. So this is, a lot of things you guys have to tap into. But once you start really understanding, wow, this is what we have, like your energy is so excited, like you can't stop yourself from talking to everybody you know. It's so awesome. All right, so we got these 3 coming up. And then we'll have these flyers too. We're going to post them, so you'll have access to all that. You can share them on your pages, get people to sign up with your affiliate links and become an affiliate in order to get into the program. And then we have new bonuses that we are doing. We are restarting everybody. Right now, it's restart. So from today, actually tomorrow, through 60 days, there's 2 timed bonuses. So the first bonus we're going to talk about here is our $5,000 of sales. So you come in your first 30 days. So this is a 30-day bonus here. $5,000 of sales, you're gonna receive a $200 gift card from Healthy Hydration. So it's into our store. If you get 10,000, you're gonna get a $500 gift card to our store. You get 20,000, which would mean like 5 or 6 machines. Mind you, in Kangen, we were selling anywhere from 30 to 200 machines in a month. So here we go, $20,000, you have $1,000 bonus. So that's within your first 30 days. So now when a new person comes in, they have a goal. Let's get you a gift card, right? So you're all restarted right now. So you're gonna act as if it's day one. So starting tomorrow, it's day one, you have 30 days to do this bonus. And then the next bonus is helping your team. So let's imagine you have 3 people who just joined you. This is a 60-day bonus here. You're gonna get a $200 gift card for 3 people joining. And if you get 3 more, you get another $200 gift card. Okay, and then of course you're gonna get their sales too, but it has to be over 500. So if they're coming in just buying like a citric acid, $15, it's not gonna happen. But it has to be $500 or more of product. Okay, is everyone clear on that? Awesome. All right, so those are our new bonuses, and then this is our new Facebook group that we put together because I think it's just gonna be easier for us to have the group, and then I can post these videos in the group. And then I'll be in there easier because I'm always on Facebook. It's hard for me to go to Slack and remember, oh yeah, I got to go over there too. So we'll have it all in there. So here's the QR code. Just go ahead and scan that QR code and they'll get you into the group. Just you can just do it right now just with your phone, and that way you'll all be in there, everyone that's on the call. So just click it and it'll come over to the group. And then I have to acknowledge that you're coming into it. So you'll be in the waiting room until I say, yes, you can come in. And if you don't have your phone for some reason, you can't access it there, then you're going to find it, and I'll post it later, and I'll send an email out, but you're going to find it. It's called Healthy Hydration Affiliate. It's called, yeah, Healthy Hydration Affiliate Group. So you can find it, Healthy Hydration Affiliate Group. That's what's under. Okay. All right, and we'll also put, you know, important documents in there too that you might want to use later, our flyers and things that you can print off. We have flip books too that you can easily say, hey, these are different products. This is what hydrogen does. We have all that in digital form for you guys too. So that's it. We are off to a new month, and we're coming up to Christmas, guys. So if you want to have a really prosperous Christmas with lots of goodies for your friends and family, then you want to take a lot of action right now to see what's possible. Is there any questions before we conclude?
No.
Okay. Well, then I guess we will take off at the end of the night here, and we'll see you all on Thursday with Taiwan Hubber. It's the same link, same time. Just get your creative imagination going here. Get some really great questions. Send them over to support@healthyhydration.com. And that's it, guys. We're going to see y'all in the Facebook group. Introduce yourself in the group so we know who you are and how excited that you are for the opportunity. All right. Sounds good, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, Carrie.
Thank you,
Bye,
Amanda.
everyone.
Thank you.
Welcome.